1. Hook. When should you choose EC2 over Lambda? It's a critical decision for your cloud architecture. Stick around to learn the scenarios where EC2 shines, and how you can make the right choice for your projects. But choosing the wrong one can lead to wasted time, increased costs, and performance issues. Understanding when to use EC2 instead of Lambda can save you headaches down the line. So, let's break it down. 3. The simple explanation: AWS Lambda is a serverless computing service. It's great for short, event-driven tasks. You pay only for the compute time you consume. But it has limitations. It can time out after 15 minutes, which isn't suitable for long-running processes. EC2, on the other hand, gives you complete control over your server. You can run any application without the constraints Lambda places on execution time or resources. This makes EC2 ideal for applications that require sustained performance or specific configurations. 4. Real-world example: let's consider a startup called FitnessTrack. They built a web application to track workouts and nutrition. Initially, they opted for AWS Lambda to handle user requests. It seemed cheaper and easier to scale. However, as their user base grew, they faced issues. On average, they received 1,000 requests per minute during peak hours. Lambda struggled with cold starts and had a maximum execution time of 15 minutes. Some users experienced delays during high traffic, which led to frustration and a dip in user engagement. After analyzing their architecture, they switched to EC2. They set up an auto-scaling group with two M5. Large instances. Each instance could handle up to 10,000 requests per minute, significantly improving performance. They also configured a load balancer to distribute traffic evenly. The result? User engagement increased by 40% within 2 months. FitnessTrack learned the hard way that for their use case, EC2 was a better fit. 5. What to do instead: to decide between EC2 and Lambda, follow this framework. 1. Assess your application needs. Are you running long processes? If yes, lean towards EC2. Do you have unpredictable traffic? Lambda might suit you better. 2. Evaluate performance requirements. Will your application require sustained performance? Choose EC2. If you can tolerate latency, consider Lambda. 3. Consider cost. Estimate your costs. Lambda charges based on requests and execution time. EC2 pricing is based on instance hours. Use the AWS pricing calculator to compare. 4. Check execution time. If your tasks take longer than 15 minutes, EC2 is essential. For short tasks, Lambda offers great scalability. 5. Plan for scaling. If you need rapid scaling, Lambda automatically adjusts. With EC2, set up auto-scaling to handle traffic spikes. 6. Test and monitor. Use CloudWatch to monitor performance. Adjust resources as needed for EC2, or optimize your Lambda code if you choose that route. 6. Common mistakes. Let's go through 5 common mistakes and how to avoid them. 1. Ignoring timeouts, assuming Lambda can handle all tasks. Always evaluate task duration. If it exceeds 15 minutes, choose EC2. 2. Overlooking cost calculations, not comparing costs accurately. Use the AWS pricing calculator to run scenarios for both EC2 and Lambda. 3. Neglecting resource needs, underestimating required resources for your application. Test your application under load to determine the necessary EC2 instance size. 4. Forgetting about cold starts, assuming Lambda performance will always be consistent. If you have critical applications, consider using EC2 to avoid latency issues. 5. Failing to monitor performance, launching without monitoring. Set up CloudWatch alerts to track performance and adjust resources proactively. 7. Quick checklist before you decide. Run through this quick checklist. Is your process long running? Do you need consistent performance? Have you calculated your expected costs? Can your application benefit from rapid scaling? Are you prepared to monitor and adjust resources? 8. Summary plus CTA and summary. While AWS Lambda is fantastic for specific use cases, EC2 shines in scenarios requiring control, sustained performance, and longer execution times. Remember to assess your application's needs, evaluate performance, and calculate costs before making a decision. If you found this information useful, leave a comment below sharing your experience. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into cloud computing. Your next project could greatly benefit from these tips. Bonus practical tip: if you're unsure what to pick, start with the simplest option that ships today. Then measure for 7 days, latency, errors, deploy time, and cost. Only upgrade when metrics force the decision, not fear. Quick recap: keep it simple, avoid over-engineering, and build the smallest thing that works. If you want a real demo or checklist, comment demo. Subscribe for practical AWS, DevOps, Docker, and Kubernetes lessons.